Sit back and throw one back with your pinky in the air and a middle finger to the world, and join me, the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, as we look back on this day in pro wrestling history. But before we do, put that drink down, like, share, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get our wrestling history on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is September 12th, and we're going to start off as we always do on a positive note. That's right, these are your pro wrestling birthdays. 1960, Road Warrior Animal. 1971, infamous Luchador the Shocker. Of course, on the flip side of that coin, your pro wrestling deaths for September 12th. 1991, Chris Von Erich. 2004, Dr. Wagner. All right, enough of the sad stuff. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. That's right, these are your pro wrestling history highlights for September 12th. A short trip in the Wayback Machine today, as we start in 1982, where we see Sergeant Slaughter and Don Kernoodle defeat Giant Baba and Antonio Inoki in a tournament final for the NWA World Tag Team titles. Well, not really. This was a totally fictitious, as Baba and Inoki weren't even a tag team at the time. This was simply the NWA's way of putting the titles on Slaughter and Kernoodle after previous tag team champions Ole Anderson and Stan Hansen had split up. Moving to 1988, the Samoan SWAT team, Fatu and Samu, defeat John Tatum and Jimmy Jack Funk, aka Jesse Barr, to win the World Class Championship Wrestling Tag Team titles. Our final stop in the 80s, 1989. Clash of the Champions 8 was held in Columbia, South Carolina at the USC Carolina Coliseum, with a main event of Sting and Ric Flair defeating Dick Slater and the Great Muta via disqualification when Terry Funk interfered and tried to choke Ric Flair by putting a plastic bag over his head. And last but not least, in our super short trip in the Wayback Machine, 1999, WCW Fall Brawl was held in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, with a main event of Sting defeating Hulk Hogan to win the WCW World Heavyweight title with the Scorpion Deathlock, after hitting Hogan with a baseball bat. The match saw interference from Bret Hart, Lex Luger, Sid Vicious, and Diamond Dallas Page. This match made Sting a 6-time WCW World Champion. Those were your super short, but super sweet, pro wrestling history highlights for September 12th. I'm the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, and we'll see you tomorrow.